a show where wine is the vehicle of great conversation. It's the only place you can drink and drive. Today, I have two very special guests. They are my friends. I should put a big explicit content warning for this episode. Tamira and Lauren, what's up, guys?
Hey, hey,
hey. Y'all look good, right?
Thank you. You do too.
Are y'all excited?
Yes. A little anxious, a little nervous,
okay.
Especially you know this.
Yeah. So, what are y'all anxious about? Like, is there anything that can like calm your nerves for?
You can pour a glass. Once we pour the glasses, I think I'll be okay.
Okay, there's an alcoholic. And so, this is the part where the show where I just let the guests, tell everybody about themselves. So if y'all want to go one at a time, tell the people about yourselves, man.
My name is Tamira. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia. A lot of people don't know that. Y'all do.
That's fine. Yeah.
But moved to Jersey when I was like 4 or 5. So I'm a Jersey girl all the way. Moved to Richmond to transfer my job, which was Capital One at the time. And now I am very established here. I bought a house 2 years ago. I have a husband and 2 beautiful girls, a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Sorry, I couldn't open my word.
Here we go.
I'm Lauren, aka Lo, aka I don't know, Esco, whatever. That's it.
That's just, yo, dog. You're not walking in the in spot with a resume that says, "Yo, my name is Lo Esco," and that's it.
AKA.
Yo, you feel me?
That's all you need to know about her.
Now, where's the contract? Like, God dang. You could be secretive today, huh?
Oh, we'll
I
see.
mean, I'm from Richmond all my life. What else?
She also has 2
children.
beautiful girls
I have
that are
two
now
daughters
grown.
that are grown as
We
hell.
don't have to talk about them being grown. That shows my age.
Oh my God.
I have 2 grown children.
Oh, she's so mad about it.
I love my nieces. They
Yeah,
always
like,
wanna come
they're so
up,
cool.
So.
They're like cool people.
I have 2 grown children. I love them very dearly.
like we twisted her arm to say
Yo,
it.
it's crazy.
When we in public, I call them my little sisters.
Yes,
So
yes, she does.
we're in public now. I was not gonna just volunteer that.
Cat's out of the bag, Chief. Sorry.
Yes, I'm an old lady.
Don't call
No,
yourself
I'm about to
old.
say you're the one that's. She's crazy. Anyway,
We gotta find new ways of saying that, though. No, you're not an old lady. So call yourself like a. Give me something.
MILF.
Yeah, there we go. That's the easiest thing. Just how it's
My own sister called me a MILF earlier when I took a little picture of
You
my
know what I'm
house.
saying? That's what's up, bro. That's a. Yo, on a lot of places, if you look at the little map they be showing out, that's like one of the most searched porn things on the site. It's like always like it's like 7
Milf.
states.
Dilfs.
I'm like, that's the one, bro.
So for porn, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they did for you. He's like, that's it.
She's like,
That's
okay.
That's all it took.
Let's go for it. We're good.
So we're all friends, and I want to get into that, like how we all became friends, and like what our thoughts were when we first all met each other. But first, let's pour a glass of wine.
Let's
I think.
get the wine going. Yeah.
So you guys brought some good options.
Yes.
I think I should start with the white wine first,
Okay.
only because I think that's an easier transition. And you guys brought you brought Martha Stewart.
Okay, so fun fact with these little wines, another friend of ours put us up on it, and it comes with a little downloadable app, and then you put the app to the label of the bottle, and it tells like a little
the story.
Yeah.
Because they're like
So we thought that
19
was-
crimes. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they all have like criminal stories, I
Mhm.
think. We don't know because we only tried one
We only
bottle
tried
so
one, so we
far.
figured,
I
yeah.
like how they kind of blocked out her name, like we don't know who she is. Like Stewart, like, I know who she is.
So we figured we'll get some.
So yeah, I brought the Martha because we brought the Snoop.
Yeah.
So I thought the white wine, you have one white wine because I'm not really into white wine.
Sure.
One white wine with the red. So I was like, oh, Martha's in Snoop.
Yeah. So 19 Crimes, Martha's Chard, man. I like Chardonnays. Y'all like? You say you don't like whites.
I'm not a big white wine. I like champagne, but not.
Yeah. And you be drinking value wines that you can be pulling out of Dollar General.
I do too.
Why are you looking at me like that? You know I go to your house often, and I see them. That's what you have. Is that not right?
I mean,
I like the.
Did you want me to say it a different way? My fault.
You coming for me,
I said value.
but you still drinking.
Oh.
I like the
You
frugal.
still drinking my cheap wine.
I probably have a problem too. So.
I like the frugal wines. These are not expensive wines. These are normally.
He's
like,
coming from my Walmart oak leaf right now.
I would drink the cheap wine too. These are not that expensive. These are like not even like mid.
So here's the deal with the super cheap wine, right? You know, I have nice little wine decor in the kitchen.
You do. They're very nice.
That's what those were for.
Uh-huh.
But then when I run out of the better stuff, I won't even say the good stuff, but the better stuff, I find myself with those. And then I also like the
How much
Food Lion.
should I pour before I?
Oh, that's fine, cause I'm into red now too. So,
Okay.
are you gonna drink some of the wine?
Yeah, we
I-
haven't tried these yet.
I didn't say cheap. That's why I said value. I wasn't.
As in great value.
Bro, I
As in the Walmart kind, great value.
I wasn't even trying to be funny.
Cheers, guys.
Oh,
I
he
can't
poured
get no wine.
his.
Dang, like, the host can't get no wine,
Right.
dog. God,
Not
dang.
for you.
Sorry, I forgot about you.
But yeah, so we should definitely check out the stories, maybe afterwards, just to see what they
Yeah.
have to say. I think they were pretty brief, but it was cool. And it's like the person on the bottle was actually talking, like
Oh, that's
on the
pretty
screen. Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I brought the same one. I think it's a different guy.
Oh, okay. And I don't even remember his or what his crime was. I just was like, oh, this is.
I remember his face.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers, man.
To the BLT.
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah. That's sharp.
Yeah, it's very bitter.
I like it's cold. I like that it's super cold though.
It's smooth though.
See, I like my red wines like that too, and a lot of people, you know, it's supposed to be like
It's supposed
room
to be
temperature.
yeah.
Nah,
I think it's very smooth. I don't dislike it.
It has like it's like a sharp, like you drink it and it starts off subtle and it just like, you know what I mean?
But there is something right at the end, like
Yeah.
some type of sweet, like fruit
What's
kind
the
of tone,
percentage?
undertone.
Percentage is 13.8.
Okay, I like
that's
it.
high for a white.
already I'm on board.
I like it
That's pretty
already.
high for a white wine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah, because usually like the cabs, the Cabernets that I drink are like 13.
They said Martha Stewart is a self-made icon. I'm not even. That's facts. I think.
We were talking about her yesterday, and I think I got it confused with Paula Deen. I was like, that racist?
No, Paula Deen was out here calling everybody the N-word.
Yeah, if Martha Stewart may have had some racist stuff, I just don't recall any of it.
Nah, she was just.
And we was
she
saying
stealing
like
Belton or something like that. I think was her crime.
investing and
Something
something.
like
And we was like, well, I don't think Snoop would be dealing with her if she was
Yeah,
shady.
nah.
Like,
I said,
And
for the
she
money,
held
I
it down
feel
in jail too, bro. I appreciate that. She
and they said she didn't
snitch.
snitch. Yeah.
Dog, a real one. And that's why Snoop be hanging with her.
And that's why you chose her bottle first.
Yeah, because she a real one.
All right.
Alright, so we all work at a place that we are not gonna name and that
No
we all
names.
sneak off to for 40 plus hours a week.
Mhm.
And we all, like me and Tamira work together first. So I can tell you what I think I told you before though.
We might have had a discussion.
I told you before. I was scared
It's
of
been
you.
some years. Yeah.
I was very afraid of you. Like super scared, like because you had a very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Aggressive.
New Jersey.
Maybe abrasive at times.
This is our story.
That's our story.
That's what we
I'm just saying,
Sorry.
New Jersey is usually more a little aggressive.
So that's probably why our friendship worked. If you really felt that way about me at the beginning,
Right.
because I'm pretty sure, from what my recollection, we were in the elevator one day, not together, just happened to end up on the elevator together, and it was raining outside, and I looked up at you and I said, "Is it raining up there too?" And I don't remember your exact response to that, but I was tickled. And knowing you now, what, like 7, 8, 9 years later, you hate those type type of jokes. You despise, like, yes, I'm tall. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. But I don't remember what your response was, but it probably was very, very tailored if you really felt that way about me. And then randomly one day, like, I would see you, like, going for walks and stuff or whatever. And I was like, hey, you going walking? You mind if I join? And then from that day forward, like, it, you know, fast forward to 6 years ago almost now. He is now my oldest child's godfather, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Father Brandon.
I just remember one time we were in a meeting, and I had an anxious tick. Like if I'm really anxious about something, I move my knee a lot. Mm-hmm. And you had a headache that day, and I was sitting like right across from you, and I was doing it, and then all of a sudden, can you stop doing that? And I looked up at you like, yeah, my bad. But that day I was like, I'm never talking to you ever again. I'm not like a quick little like, yo, could you stop please? That would have been like, all right, cool, I would have did it. Like, but I was like, nah, I'm never talking to this abrasive broad again. But then, yeah, I don't know. It's just like that moment. I think you got pregnant, and like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, nah, she's cool. She's kind of like an asshole like me, and like that kind of worked out. And I like that's the thing for me.
Yeah, I mean that I don't even know what it was to make it click, but it clicked, and it clicked hard and clicked fast.
I think it's hard to disdain for other people. That's part of it. You have very dark humor.
Yeah.
I have very dark humor.
Yeah, you get very dark too.
And so, yeah, it's kind of just, that kind of just worked. I was like, oh, somebody else who's probably going to have it as well. So it just works out, you know.
Yeah, when somebody laughs at your dark humor, then you just tend to take it and run with it. And
you know.
we never was
like
whoa. Like, it's never been a whoa, that was too far.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then, you know, later on, we found out that someone's coming to the team. Mm-hmm. And it's Lauren. And my initial thought was, so.
I don't think I've ever heard I've heard her. I don't think I've heard yours.
We'll get to mine.
So I feel like I had two separate thoughts. At first I was like, you know how like when you meet somebody like Pretty Women, and you're like, oh, she was probably like the popular girl in school. Like she's like kind of stuck up or whatever. So I kind of like, is she gonna be that? And then I heard her talk for the first time. I was like, oh no,
different.
That's a totally different person. So I was like, no, she's a hood rat. I was like, no, she is a hood rat.
A hood rat.
I was like, ain't no way. So I was like, let me go talk to her for a second. And I was like, oh my god. And then like, like we started hanging out like outside of work and like whatever.
This is the her. This is the real her.
And that's the real her.
The real
and
her.
She was like, you know, she would post like pictures of herself. Like, and back in the day, like she's in like Tim's and like mad, like throwing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no dog.
With my
black and miles in her mouth.
Bruh.
Quick middle fingers.
Like, she's like the most down to earth, like regular person ever.
So I get that a lot. That people think I'm stuck up.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, and I don't know why. I don't think I portray that.
I think it's just judging. I think it's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, it's aesthetics and just judging without knowing, without even conversating. It took one conversation with him to change his whole perception of you. So that unfortunately is just how it works. Like,
well, thank goodness you like hood rats.
But you know, I know how to tone it down. But a lot of people be like, oh, she's mean, she's a bitch, she's da 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 da.
Right.
So,
and I mean, you know, that's the thing about like about. I feel like I don't want to say this like as a general thing, but I feel like everybody has like prejudice in them because like we prejudge people based on how they look or how they like say stuff or like look or how they act, and that was mine. I was wrong, clearly, right? And but yeah,
I'm glad that's on camera.
What that? I admit when I'm wrong. I don't understand. Like that's a real thing I do. I'm like, oh my bad. I did it just last week, just a minute ago in a text conversation.
That's true.
Yeah. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Right. So what was y'all impression of each other? Because in my mind, this should have never worked.
Okay. So I'll go first. So she was on the team when I came back off of maternity leave with Ellie, and I thought she was really nice, kind of like bubbly. And then, like, I've always been the type when it comes to work to want to help, right? So, like, she asked, like, a general question, like, out loud. And
that's Lauren.
I thought I knew the answer, or, you know, I felt like I knew the answer. So I went to tell her, and she, you know, she she was like, oh, okay, thanks, da-da-da-da-da. And then as I went to walk away, under her breath, she was like, but that still ain't answer my question. And I was like, oh, she's a bitch. Like, and then her and Tamika like started laughing, so I got that mean girl vibe from there.
Right. Yeah.
And then when I came back from maternity leave, I was just like, I was going to try to be a whole different person and just stick to my 8 hours and just leave. I wasn't making any friends or anything like that. But then she invited me to happy hour one day. I had a rough day, and I was like, sure. And then we just kind of bonded from there. And then fast forward 7, 8 years later, we now live 3 minutes away from each other. She is my youngest daughter's godmother. Love both of her girls dearly, like they're my own. And she wears a lot of hats. I've referred to her as my sister, the godmommy, my wife, my best friend, my girl's auntie, like, so. And she actually fits all those roles.
Yeah.
Without the sexual part for the wife part, of course.
Right.
Right. But all those wifely duties as far as taking care of the kids and
It's all the boring.
yeah, helping running errands and stuff, especially when it's anything.
Yeah, you get the boring.
Yeah, you get the boring part.
Yeah.
So.
So I don't remember that, and I feel so bad, and I've apologized if I don't remember what was surrounding that or whatever, but I can't justify it, and I felt bad for that. I did feel that a lot of people that I know from up north are a little more aggressive.
Sure.
Or seems whatever. So I did get that impression. But that's all I remember, really. I have a bad memory.
So
I mean,
where that could be from.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bad memory, so, but
Off limits.
I remember we bonded quick, and then, then I just, loved her, and there's been no turning back from here.
One thing I do love about me and Lauren is that we have a lot of different opinions on things.
Yeah.
And it's like the first where I felt like it was a true deep friendship where that's okay. Like I've never, I guess being the aggressor, stubborn one is like, I guess I would kind of have that my way or the highway kind of persona, but with her, it's just like, if she believes in something, she gonna stick beside it, and that's okay. And it's okay not to, have the exact same train of thought on everything. And she's like the first friend that truly like made me feel that way.
Yeah, I think that's the best friendships though. Anyway, man, is when you have people who have just different opinions, because you get like a different perspective.
It makes you see like another side.
Right, and like it's not to make you, you might not still believe in whatever that opposite view is, but you get an understanding from the other side, so you can adjust whatever view you have or whatever.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it's funny how like we've all been able to adapt to each other's personalities. Like I don't know about y'all and how y'all feel about me or whatever, but I don't know if you've ever met someone as sarcastic as I am, and how I try not to take things seriously or whatever. So like I joke my way through a lot of shit or whatever, and like with Lauren's like really positive about like everything. Like it takes a lot for her to be real negative, and you're very like headstrong about stuff. So like when you mean something, you mean it, and that's what I'm saying or whatever. But the other good thing about us is too is we can call each other and we can talk for like an hour and just vent out shit, and like other person just listen.
And we have, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to your sarcasm, it's so great. It's on such another level that 8 years later, we talked about it recently, I'm still on the fence, like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
And then like, unless you specifically say, no, seriously though,
Right.
like sometimes I honestly don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, I wish my sarcasm could get to that level where I be walking away leaving people puzzled.
Like my family is very sarcastic. Everything, if there's any way we can be sarcastic in a response or make a joke in a response, like that's what I'm used to. So I enjoy it.
And the other thing to think about too is we have, I mean, good friendships or whatever. Like you go through tips and shit, and we've gone through tips or whatever. But we've always gotten past. Like we haven't talked for a while. We haven't talked for a while. I've gone to places where we're going out and I just go silent because that's just my thing. Like, if I get mad, I just don't talk.
That, yeah.
Y'all hate it.
Yeah, just leave. Like just leave. If you're that upset, like you're gonna give us the silent treatment. Like no, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna see that I'm mad at you. Like grow up.
Right. I'm glad you understand now. Plus there's these drinks out here, so I'm getting my drink on.
I don't mind it. I just don't like when I'm involved. When I'm not involved, like I'm like, if you're mad at this person, don't be mad at me.
Oh no,
why
he
you
just
not
shuts
talking
down.
to me?
Yeah, no, he shuts down.
That's the only thing. But then I'm like, all right, but I learned it, and I'm like, okay, he'll be all right in a little bit.
It takes me a couple hours, and I'm good after that. It's just how it is, man. The other thing I wanted to talk about too is just that getting friends after like a certain age. Like after a while, you're just like, I don't really want new friends. Like I'm cool with the friends I have, and I thought I was good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like coming in, like I would go to work to just get my money or whatever. I never anticipated like making friends outside of work and like hanging out with friends and inviting them places and going to their weddings and stuff like that, right? Did y'all have that same thought process or like what was y'all's idea on it?
So I definitely used to agree with that. And then just to have you guys come into my life, when I was already full-fledged adult, just let me know of how many opportunities I may have missed out in the past. And it's just like, I'm not a very like spiritual type of person, but I do honestly believe that people are put in your lives for like a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of things, whether it's just to get you, through something tough or you being there for them or whatever like that. So I've changed that view, and I feel like if you build a bond or connection with anyone at any age, it's okay to let them in. Just know that just because they're there now doesn't mean that they're supposed to be there forever.
Right.
So that's my take on that.
I agree with everything you said.
Wow, so profound, Lauren.
No, I'm saying it was a
spoke to my
time.
heart.
I mean, it was a time where I had my best friends since middle school. Some of them from elementary. I had a couple best friends, and then, by the time we got to be adults, I started realizing like we were growing in different ways,
which is natural.
Which is
natural,
and I didn't have, it wasn't no love lost for them, but it was like I'm going this way and you're going this way, and then when that happened, I kind of just started hanging with my family. And I was just like, oh, well, they're fucking fun, and we don't have no drama. Well, we got drama, but I was like, I don't need no new friends. I just will do this or whatever. And then, being more mature and adult, and I started meeting other people because y'all know I like everybody, but I don't let everybody get close. But then, meeting y'all, and I was just like, oh, okay, wait a minute. It's okay to let people close again and be best friends again, because I hadn't had a best friend since I had broke up with the other one. So, yeah, like, I mean, I definitely get it. I'm open to it, but I get, where you may be hesitant at first.
I also think it's a maturity thing, just growing and learning. And I think one of the reasons that my view initially changed on that is because, like when I was in my early to mid 20s, a lot of the people that I were friends with, that was the time they were having kids. Like they had the young ones and stuff.
Right,
so
yeah.
I had just moved here 2009 from Jersey, didn't know anybody but the people that I had met through work and, would feel comfortable with. I had to make new friends, period, because I didn't know anyone here. But the people I clicked with were like married or just had young children, and I'm ready to party. I'm in my early 20s, so I had to go out and meet new people and things like that. Now, fast forward, I had my first kid when I was 30. So, now I can like kind of reconnect with some of those people too, because I'm in that same kind of group now. Like we're married with kids, and we'll just have like little day trips to the winery and stuff like that. But at that time I was ready to like party to like 2-3 a.m. They weren't doing that. So
I remember them days, so I can't do that anymore. unless it's like a bachelor party type situation, bro, or like Vegas or something like that.
Yeah, on occasion.
That going out till 2:00 shit is for the birds.
I mean, we called it quits at midnight.
Like I don't even. That's fine, bro. Like when on the weekends, I'm up till like midnight, either like, and it's not like I'm drinking, but like I'm writing or like doing stuff like that.
Right.
But like that whole
taking shots, partying.
Yo, dog, like fam, come on, fam. Like every weekend.
And then I mean, when you have the smaller kids, like especially my youngest is 1. She's getting up. Like it's
your
youngest
is quote unquote 1. Got it.
Okay, don't be disrespectful.
That child looks 2 to 3 years old. I don't care.
But she is 1 though, and she won't be 2
which is hypocritical for me because I used to get that shit with Dante all the time. That shit was nasty.
It's all Yo,
so yeah,
he's about 6 now.
It's like,
he's
man,
3.
It's like maybe 3.
Yeah. I used to get it with Dee.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah,
she's a big girl, but yeah, she's such a sweetheart.
Lauren, would you want another hit of this Chardonnay, or are you good?
Oh, you want to open up the red one?
Yeah, I wait.
Well, I need you to finish yours because we all drinking the same thing.
I'm ready for the
Please do not chug that. Please do not chug that. Please do not chug.
Chug.
Well, guess we're opening the Snoop Dogg one.
Y'all call me slow. Y'all have.
I did not say that. But what I simply said was, I need you to I need you to finish that one. Okay. And the cool thing about y'all is that y'all do like fun shit together. So y'all went to Texas recently.
We went to Texas.
I sent y'all there. Unbeknownstly to y'all, scouted out because I'm going in July for a bachelor party.
Oh.
Yeah.
What part?
I'm going to Dallas.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's gonna be fun. We're a big ass area.
Cowboys.
We're not going there. That bum ass thing. I hate Dallas, by the way.
Your husband would love that.
Would I hate Dallas?
Oh, and guys, by the way, his husband is my husband.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because we just say it so casually. They probably like,
yeah,
what?
that's offensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like one weird ass friendship family.
Yeah.
Your husband, her husband, wife.
With very limited benefits.
Non-existent.
Yeah, they're not real.
All the fun parts are not there.
This is Snoop Dogg 19 Crimes Cali Red.
Does that one have a code on it?
I'm sure it does.
Because it doesn't look like Martha does.
I think Martha's is on the back. It's a QR code, right?
Oh, okay.
That's
So are you going to tell them about that, the code?
Well, I mean, we'll do it. We'll do it at some point. Because then I would have to download the app, and that would be crazy.
Are you allowed? Oh, I think it's on my phone. Still, the app. But, yeah. I mean,
we'll do it at some point.
Are you allowed to say whose bachelor party you're going to?
Oh yeah, it's my.
Which one of your 1,000 friends is it? That's another topic. Let's talk about your friends
that's fine.
Having
other friends.
1,000 other friends. Like
1,000 is a lot. That's not.
Okay.
That's not
600.
That's.
I've never thought I was the jealous friend type, but like when you're looking at somebody like they almost your bestie, and then they are going on this trip and that trip.
Here's what I don't understand. I don't know why you always say I don't know why you say almost. We are besties. I don't understand why I get the almost.
But no, because you be like, oh, I got 10 best friends. Like, no, that's not. You cannot do that. No, best meaning like you're number 1, maybe number 2. Like if I had to choose a male best friend and a female best friend, like okay, I have 2. I can't say her, Tamika, Fiona are all my best friends.
Sure you can.
So I mean,
you absolutely can do that.
Maybe Fiona.
You absolutely can do that.
I look at Fiona like a sister. We don't hang out, go on trips as much and stuff. So like, I'm sorry, like Lauren has that title, but
that's fair.
I'm not going to say like all of my really close friends. Like I literally had like a girls' night in birthday sleepover bash, right? Mm-hmm. I have to be close to you to let you come and sleep at my house.
Sure. Was
everybody there my best friend? No. So you can't say that. You can't say you have 10 best friends.
Okay. I've listened to you and I understand it. Here's my differing opinion that you value.
We're going to put a vote at the end of this episode.
Here's my differing opinion that you value. Here's how I look at friends, right? I feel like, and first of all, this is a plug, shameless plug. I also have another podcast, Two Tall Boys podcast with King. We talked about this conversation.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
I've got to tell y'all. But we had this conversation before.
He told his other friends though.
Here we go. But we had this conversation. It's like certain friends feel certain roles, right? Like
Okay.
there's a party friend that like, oh, if I really just want to go out and have one of those nights that we just talked about, I know I can call that person and be like, listen, this is what we're doing, whatever. That doesn't make them my best friend. My best friends, I can do multiple things with. They fill multiple roles in my life. I have a lot of those friends. I put them in pools of friends. That's a pool of friends. That's a pool of best
We'll call
friends.
them a pool of best friends. Pool of friends, not a pool of best friends.
But they're a pool of
Out of
best friends.
that pool, there is one that you would put above the others.
Not really. So maybe let's say, but if I said I had a ranking of friends, you'd be mad about that too.
Well, I know I'm not in the top, like...
See? But that's what I'm saying. That's why I just say I have a pool of
I'm
best
not
friends.
mad at that. I'm mad the fact that you won't acknowledge that you have a best friend or two.
I have multiple best friends.
Yeah, that's just because you don't want to hurt feelings, and that's surprising coming from you.
And that's how you know that you shouldn't believe that. I have a pool of best
What's your
friends.
take on it?
Y'all know I love a lot of people.
And that's her take on it.
I have a lot of friends.
She called me her best friend, though.
Yes.
Her kids told me.
You are my best friend.
Right now, because we know that you will cut them off.
I
You
do
are-
cut people
you are-
off, but I only cut people off when they cross. Huh?
Go ahead.
I didn't catch it. I would have repeated it.
I missed that.
Go ahead. No, keep going. Go.
I only cut people off if they cross a line
Sure,
of no
yeah.
return.
I agree with that.
That's it. And then I just be like, alright, it ain't no beef or whatever. Like, we just not meant to be friends or whatever. Much success to you or whatever. But, was that the question?
Like you gotta.
What's your take on having multiple,
Oh, I
best
think you can
friends?
definitely have multiple best
like
friends.
10?
In my past, I had like 4 best friends. We all grew up together.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, but like,
I didn't want to hear that. So.
but currently,
Next topic.
no, but currently I only have a small circle. Y'all are like my
Because you
tribe.
X everybody else out. But
And I still love everybody else, but they're just
Right.
not my close little tribe or circle of friends. They're just like more like associate friends.
So, in my opinion, you have close friends. You know, you have associates.
Can I drink this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know if we were like gonna smell it or what.
I've actually had this before. To be fair.
You've had this before?
Yep, I've had this on previous
It kind of
episodes.
has like
Oh,
a hint of rubbing alcohol smell to
This is the Snoop one, right?
it.
Yeah, it's called Murder is the Case.
Like, I feel like you can have, you know, you have like
Close
co-workers,
friends, associates,
you know, associates,
acquaintances.
close friends,
I have all those.
acquaintances,
I have
best
those.
friends. A best friend is the one that when your close friend pisses you off, you can call the best friend to talk about it. And y'all both have gotten that. I have definitely called you about him. I just texted you earlier. I said, she better come looking like a supermodel after taking all this time. Like, that. Those are best friends. But I wouldn't go to, like, somebody, like a friend and talk about a close friend, you know, and it's never nothing, like, super, like, disrespectful or anything like that. But
I get what you're saying.
I feel like if you're just going around and you're in your best friend pool, venting, like, nah.
I think you can have multiple best friends.
There's a difference between multiple and 5 to 10.
Well, let me ask you. I'll ask you a question and let me also bring up a point.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. What about people that you I've joked before and said that I'm basically the other member of your family. Haven't I said that? What about people that you call your brother or your sister? That they're that close to you that
You
feel
are
like a
the
brother or sister?
husband. And
Right. I mean, you are the only male that I have ever done that with.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, you gotta understand that I was on a team. Like, I had people that I was in the trenches with for 4 years, like,
care.
doing the same
I don't
stuff.
care.
Wait,
When it's
early 6 a.m.
When
stuff,
it's your best
wins,
friend.
losses, I've done that with them, bro. Like, so it is what it
Listen,
is.
no. So listen, and this is my take on it. I have people that I still somewhat communicate with from high school. You talking class of 2003.
Damn, that's all that.
Yeah, what was you, 05?
07.
we're not gonna
Like-
talk about me.
2007.
So
I mean,
anyway-
the 90s is crazy, right?
Of course, they were my best friends back then, but that just because you held that title in high school and we still communicate now that I'm in my 30s doesn't mean like you're still my best friend. Like, she knocks everybody else out that slot.
I understand that. And like those high school people, I wouldn't consider them best friends today.
But you talking about team? You talking about college people?
Yes.
I mean, that still was a minute ago.
But I stayed in contact with them.
I still stay in contact with the high school people.
You understand? I'm like
that guy.
When we have kids, like I'm their uncle, like Uncle Stick. Like that's a thing for us. Like we're brothers, bro. Like that's a
okay. Uncle, Godfather.
We say yes, you're one of my best friends. I don't understand what's going on.
Don't even act like you wanted to own it. I forced that on you with my aggressiveness.
What the
I literally called her your goddaughter until you just came to terms with it. I didn't ask you.
I thought I was
going
to go into a church. I wasn't trying to go into a church and burst into flames. You know we both can't be in there. Tamira, we can't be in there.
I'm a spiritual type anyway, so I mean, my kids aren't even baptized. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that was the route you were gonna go.
I almost feel like in today's age,
I was gonna put a rejection on that shit. You'd be like, nah.
With people that are not very spiritual, it's just like, I guess that's just like tying our friendship to let me know that, or let you know I'm that fond of you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like the godparents back in the day, it used to be if something was to happen to the parents, they would take over. But all the legalities and stuff today, she would definitely either stay with her dad, or if something happened to both of us, it would probably go to a family member. So we already know, like, you would never actually raise my children, but I wanted you to know, y'all to know, that I think that highly of y'all, that if I didn't have family, I trust y'all. Like, and I would not do that with my other friends.
Right. But I wouldn't do it with every one of my friends. That's what I'm saying. I would pick somebody like, oh yeah, you the godfather. Let's go. But I don't, because I just have a pool of best friends. It's fine. Like y'all like the Avengers.
I get it. I mean, I get what you're saying, because at the time I did have a pool of best friends that are no longer with me. Rest in peace.
Did you kill them?
Yeah. That's why she don't want no incriminating evidence. Because she killed everybody.
They're no longer with me.
Rest in peace to those friendships. I wish them all the best in there. I did. I have literally have dragged a girl out of my aunt's house by her legs, and I wished her the best after that. I wish her the best. She's not for me. If I gotta drag you out my aunt's house, you're not for me, but I wish you the best from afar.
That's fair. I think I'm not saying that your vision of a best friend isn't right, because I feel like that's a traditional thing. Like you have a best friend, like they can have a male.
I'm even giving you two. You can have one from each sex. But
I have a roster of best friends. I mean, or like people who I call brothers and sisters. I just feel like they're my best friends. Like, and I have close friends.
I think that's okay. I think that,
yeah.
like I said, I had that before. I haven't found it more recently. Like, yes, she is the one that I tell my kids to call if they can't reach me. Call this bitch. Like, if I can't do it, she can do it. Yeah.
I love them.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a difference now for me, but I definitely get it where, it's a time where you do. And, I mean, I'm open to it. Like, I'm not saying I couldn't have no more. You can have multiple best friends. I think that's okay.
But I will say that I have been guilty of, you dish out one thing, right? And you expect to get that back. And that's not always the way to go about it. Like, just because I feel so strongly doesn't mean I have the right to want you to feel the exact same way about me. And so I think that's all that is. I'm like, you're my one male best friend, so I want you to say, you're my one female best friend. But that's very immature and it's childish. But I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about her. She's not here, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But
I'm glad we got that on camera, though. I needed that one.
Meek changed my way of thinking about that, because I was calling Meek my friend for so long, and then I kind of found out like she actually just brought me in really close a few years ago when we went to Baltimore for her birthday, and I was like, what? That's what did it for you? Like, I've been calling you my friend. Like, I would call you, we would hang out, like, in groups mainly. And then the more she would come, when I had my dreads, she would come do hair, and we would just chat or whatever. We would text. So I looked at her as a friend. I think she looked more as an associate. And then I grew to be her friend. And I took offense to that. But that wasn't the right way to everybody need,
Everybody's
time. Yeah.
I love TT.
Yes.
We love Meek Millie, man.
We love her.
we love Meek.
Shout out.
Yes. Shout out to Meek.
TT, we love you.
Birthday's coming up.
Yeah, her birthday is coming up. Man.
So is
Somebody
yours.
else's birthday coming up.
Yeah.
How old you gonna be?
Doesn't matter.
You ain't as old as me, so.
Yeah. How was the Texas trip?
Are you trying to get away from his age?
Oh, so
I mean,
the Texas.
everybody will know. I'll post it eventually.
So say it.
My birthday isn't today. When it comes. How old are you? All right. How was Texas?
I know, because I had to get the exact.
So
birthday
Texas was really fun.
for the Texas flight.
Yeah.
Texas was really fun. I felt like everywhere we went, everybody was so nice, and we had a good time. So I was really scared to go to Texas because it's like a red state or whatever, and so I was really scared. I mean, we had some new epiphanies that I don't really want to discuss here. But overall, I think the trip was really good because I had two people, my daughter, Dayani, and T, my best friend, who are very easygoing people. So everything was just kind of like, okay, what y'all want to do? Let's do that. We just made the best of everything, even when we did almost die because they had the tornadoes. We was hiding in the garage.
Our flight got canceled. We got delayed.
Our flight got canceled. It was a whole mess.
I had her pull up like the breaking news, so it was literally like shelter in place, like now.
Yeah.
So we went to the garage, which was the safest place in Day's townhouse, and I had her pull up the news, and it literally said Day's address on there, like.
God,
it literally said. So we were like taking pictures, trying to like keep
on the
light
day
up
we're trying to come home.
Yeah, and then an hour later, the storm hit. Luckily, the tornado passed our exact location. I never double back to see if it hit, if it actually landed down in Houston.
There were some tornadoes that hit.
An hour and a half later, you would have never known anything happened. The sun was shining. Whenever we get to the airport, and never said the flight was delayed or anything. We were supposed to board at like 4:05. By like 4:20, flight canceled.
4:20.
We got automatically rebooked a layover flight in Chicago. It wasn't even going to get to Chicago till like 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
We were like, absolutely not.
Yeah,
we don't have a car.
Chicago,
We don't have a hotel secured, and apparently, I don't know if it's just United. I'm about to talk about y'all soon.
She go right. She go right a strong.
Oh, it's already been sent. But anyway, we paid for nonstop flights. Y'all automatically rebook us on an overnight flight in Chicago. They would not
10 o'clock.
put us up in a hotel.
Yeah.
So they had to drive all the way back because we didn't even know it was delayed. So she dropped us off and left. She had to drive back and get us. We tried to stop
like
our baggage.
40 minutes.
Yeah. It was closer to an hour.
Hour,
We had to, we tried to stop our bags, our luggage, because we had 2 check bags.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry, they've already been sent on the next plane or whatever. So she didn't even have a carry-on. So now at this point, she just got what she's wearing in her pocketbook. I had a carry-on at least. But fast forward to the next day after we talked to the representatives, we got a nonstop flight back the next day. And her luggage was on that plane.
Oh,
somehow.
It never left.
It never left. They didn't give it to her.
They told me it left, but it never left. So it was on our same flight that we was going back.
That perfect.
I was told. I mean, that wasn't really luck because she didn't have anything. Like we had a whole nother day. We like, let's go get drunk.
Could have given me that.
Yeah, and then so mine was supposed to go to Chicago and lay over in Chicago, then go to Richmond that same day.
Yeah.
Somehow mine got rerouted to Washington before it went to Richmond. Yes. And so when we got there the next day, thankfully my bag was there, but it was locked in the baggage claim area, and it took over an hour. Shout out to Delta.
Shout out to Delta.
Delta went.
Delta.
a Delta representative, and I ain't gonna say her name, she went and stole United's key to open the door.
Nice.
And let me and another guy that was there get our bags.
Because we had been waiting for
Overnight.
United for like an hour. We was looking for We couldn't find anybody to get, and we could see her bag. We have a picture. We can see her bag in the window. It was like right there.
Can't get me.
And they had sent her a message like, "Hey, we're so sorry. We sent your bags here. They will be ready for you when you get there. But when we get there, they're closed.
Yeah.
And there's no United representatives there to
that
help."
sucks.
And then, when we were checking in, so fast forward, checking in to fly from Richmond to Houston,
Yeah.
they like, oh, upgrade first class, gave me the price. I was like,
Oh yeah, the first class.
Yeah.
it's her birthday. F it, let's do it.
Rock it.
We going, like, she got excited, because she wasn't really that excited at first.
Yeah.
She got excited for the
wasn't
trip and
excited.
everything. The plane was dirty.
Dirty.
Filthy dirty. Like, they gave you this one
Dirty.
they gave this one wet wipe that only cleaned like one armrest. It did not have a TV.
What kind of first class is this?
Exactly.
We have pictures to
Was it
show
Spirit?
you.
Spirit. I've been on Spirit before. Spirit was better.
Damn.
And regular, let alone first. I don't even think Spirit has first class.
It was, all you did was get a bigger seat, right?
The bigger seat, yes.
And
the,
free drinks.
I can
And
sit
the,
there in first row for that.
They look like the rest of the seats because
Yeah.
it was a 2 and 2.
Yeah.
They look like the rest of the seats.
the separation from first class to the rest of the plane was like an oversized hand towel. It was like
Like
this
a
big,
washcloth.
like you could see the neck down for the people that were
Bro,
sitting.
that's
We were in the last row of first class, and I was just like, this was a complete ripoff.
Yeah.
And then the cancellation and all, and the luggage and all that was just like icing on the cake. Like, I'm done with United.
Damn, United. Y'all lost some customers, big
Yeah,
dog.
you did. Definitely did. Like,
yeah,
I'll pay
it
extra.
was so trash. Like, it was nothing that distinguished first class from anything. So yeah, they got us.
So my girl Fee, though, now it was a hard lesson to learn, but she said, if you look at the plane itself, if it has the 2 seats in first class, those are the older model planes, like the one that we were on. In first class is not going to be worth it. But I did not know that going in because it was my first experience. I thought I was doing it with my bestie for her birthday, and we got so excited.
I was so excited.
We were literally, you remember the old school game MASH?
Yeah, I remember.
We were trying to play that on a plane. Like, there was no entertainment. Like, there was no TV. There was...
Yeah, we was playing
the Wi-Fi
Hangman.
was
We was playing
fighting.
everything we could write on a paper. Like, it was just...
Bro, that's crazy.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
But, of course, we made the best of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to... I don't know the name of the restaurant. We went to this winery.
Okay.
They had these big, like, it wasn't a cheese board. What do you call those? I don't know.
Sure.
A breadboard.
But no, it wasn't those. But it was like different, like bread. But like, think of it like bruschetta, but it was different things. It was like salmon or like, you got that in a bottle of wine. It was like big pieces cut into 4, and it was 4 of them in a bottle of wine for $25.
It's not bad.
And it was good. I got pictures. It was pretty.
We got
It was
pictures,
good.
Yeah.
Day was like, I'm looking around the table and it looks like everyone else is sharing a bottle of wine. We like, no, $25. Everybody want one.
Everybody get one.
Like, we all had 3 different
Yeah,
bottles
it
of
was
wine.
$25. You get your wine, and then you get your breadboard. You get 4 different breads, which was filling to
Yes.
me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they were good.
And they were
it was
really
pretty.
good.
And we were able to sit outside. It drizzled a little bit, but not too bad. So we were able to, be out in the fresh air and enjoy each other's
And we
company.
went to this little water park
Yes.
at this little
Something Oasis.
Something Oasis, and
That was a
JR was our man. He took us on tours. He showed us everything. Like, they were super nice. They had a wave pool. They had what else they had?
They had some slides. They had a wave pool. They had different like hot tubs spaced out, different pools spaced out. They had a couple restaurants in there. One was closed, I think, because it was like spring break or something.
Sure.
But it was really nice, and that actually happened on a fluke because we was just going to go to Day Day's complex pool, but they had closed for maintenance. And so we were looking for like a lake or something to go to, and this place offered like day passes. So we were able to just go and like
It
relax.
was wonderful. I would recommend that to anybody. Once we get the name.
It was it Forest Oasis or something?
We have the name. Check with B for the name if you need it. But if you ever go to Texas,
they ain't paying us for sponsorship.
Yeah.
No, but I would go again. Like when I told Dede, I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, you know, I would come again if I come to visit you. It was really nice. Everybody was really nice. It was really cute. The little setup. They had little lights at night.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going back, but I'm getting a hotel, and we'll just leave that there.
Sure.
That's fine. I'm getting a hotel. Sure.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad you had a good time in Texas, man. And y'all did some intel for me. I don't personally like Texas is kind of iffy with me, but I definitely don't like Dallas because back in 2008, I went to like the basketball team. We go to Chile every 4 years. So we went to South America. We had a great time. I'm 19 at the time, so you know the drinking age there is 18. So I'm getting my shit on. I'm drinking all
everything
day, every day. So you know you're able to buy stuff like South American. I just other places and their like grocery stores are better. Just buy anything in those places, liquor, you know, whatever. So I bought like a bunch of bottles, like 2 bottles, like this Pisco.
I'm sorry, where were you?
I was in Chile.
Oh, okay.
So I was buying bottles of Pisco, that's like a Chilean liquor, and some wine. I was bringing them home. I was like 2 for like my parents, and like the rest was for me because you know I'm in college and I'm trying to get my shit off. We got to Dallas, and so my teammates, they just went through without no question, no problem. Me being Mr. Responsible, I was like, you got anything in the bag? Just bottles of wine that I bought legally from South America, sir. Like, yeah, no, we need to confiscate that. Like, whoa, buddy, I paid for that or whatever. Like, nah, well, you know, here you can't have them. Like, right, but where I bought them from,
right,
I bought them legally, so I'm just gonna take them. I'm going to give them as gifts, and that's it. Obviously, 2 of them, not all of them. Took all the bottles, so it's fuck Dallas from.
Are you serious?
It's been fuck Dallas. It's been fuck Dallas.
But you know what?
And that's in the U.S. You couldn't take.
It might be off topic a little bit, but like that's the same thing with marijuana, right? Like it's legal in some states and not in others. You know, legal, or even firearms might be legal. Or like you can carry concealed or non-concealed, and you cross that.
But why?
Because he was technically underage. But not where he was at though. He was able to drink and buy it. Yeah.
Right, I got back and that was what it was.
Because that's not the U.S.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, I don't know nothing about that.
So it's I haven't liked Dallas.
I've only been to
America
Bahamas.
for real is trash when it comes to stuff like that because like a lot of those other like countries and stuff, it's like 18 you can drink. Here, like you can go to war at 18. But you can't drink and smoke until you 21. Like that's like if I'm going to fight for y'all, I think I deserve a shot. Like
I need to get some shots off.
Right.
Before I get some shots off.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was so it's not my favorite place. It's not
I was scared to go, and I was really scared to go. But like I said, we were also I think in the nicer part.
Sure.
We were definitely in a nicer part
We
because we hung out in the so we drove through the not so nicer part. So we were definitely they had like mansions like around the corner. So yeah.
We were in a nicer part, yeah.
But
even when we went to the more hood spots, like still everybody was cool. Everybody was nice.
Just like we were talking about earlier about like judging a book by its cover, just looking at somebody. Like we went into this one liquor store and we looked at the guy and just knew we were going to get bad vibes. He was telling us about all the free shuttles and where to go. It just felt like bad for having that first impression without talking to this man. So we started buying a little extra. Like, let me support your little business here.
Yeah, he was so cute. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't want to get into the political shit because honestly, like everybody we met was so cool and so nice. However,
negative experiences with that.
We did get a little upset when we met some people that Trump supporters.
I love Lauren. I'm gonna tell you why I love Lauren, right?
Because she said we're not gonna get into it, and then
And
she
then
said exactly.
like I love Lauren for that.
Well, it just gave me a new perspective because I realized that a lot of these people in Texas are really cool.
Okay, so without getting into it, basically everybody is free. Let's put that blanket statement out there to make their own decisions and all of that stuff. And a lot of people, my husband included, he does not even nix friends for their political beliefs.
Everybody
that
has
is
their own
above
choice.
me. Like, I cannot.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
everybody has their own choices.
To me, that's like ethics and stuff. Like, if you
Morals.
morals and all that stuff. Like, if we not on the same page, I just look at you differently. However, it was another fellow Hispanic that was
A Mexican.
true Trump supporter, and
His parents were immigrants.
and he was just all Trump. I said, well, you know, like, he didn't want your parents over here. Like, you're only an American
Right.
because, you know, they got over here in time.
Right.
And he was like, well, you know, whoever else trying to come over need to stay where they at type thing. So, I mean, it was a very quick, well, it wasn't that quick. This discussion going to be quick, but we just was like, okay, you're ignorant. Like,
Right.
you know, like, at the end of the day, you're ignorant because you believe in what you believe in, but the fact that it immediately affected your parents,
Right.
it was a little awkward.
He was very, it sounded like very crabs in a barrel type bullshit.
Yes.
Like, I got out.
Yes.
It
I don't
was
want nobody else.
like, we're voting Republican regardless, and I'm like, okay, I respect that up until Trump.
Yeah, that's my thing is I'm not gonna judge somebody for vote Republican because there are certain things that
There's Republicans
There's
out there that's
certain
way
values
better than any Democrat.
right, and so like I'm not gonna judge you because you vote Republican.
Right.
Because I think they have specific standards and ideologies that don't involve like morals and values and ethics, and that's fine. Like business things, like money wise,
Right.
cool. That's fine.
Right.
I get that. I understand that part of it.
I mean, if I was rich and Trump don't even believe in paying his own taxes and he going to make it so that I don't have to pay out the wazoo for taxes, yeah, I would vote for him too.
Like in theory, like it just makes more sense
Right.
to vote that.
Whatever affects you.
However, is when you start talking about you're excluding people or you're targeting people
Like
based off like nationalities or
Yes.
like, or their
That's a problem.
sexual preferences or anything like that. That's where I'm like, all right, bro, I can't bend my morals for that. Like I can't do that.
I mean, Nardo's best friend, which will not be named, is just like that. Like, Republican, it doesn't matter. I said, okay, you voted for him the first time, no problem. Once he came out doing and saying what he said, the fact that you got your own 2 little girls and you're saying you'll vote for him again,
Yeah.
I'm happy that the wedding took place before I found that conversation out.
Sure.
I'm like, you got 2 little girls and your president is running around saying, grab him by the P-U-S-S-Y. Like, that makes me look at you in a different light. Am I going to make my husband cut off his best friend? Absolutely not.
That's
you're not.
That's his decision, his choice.
Yeah, you're never going to be in my circle.
Right.
You know, but to each his own, and I've
That's all
grown
it is.
to accept that.
That's all it is.
So
Yeah, we parted on good terms with the people. Like, they were really super cool, but that made me think that all of the super cool people that we met may have been on the same vibe.
And that's okay.
And that's how
okay.
that might have been a red state. And
Yeah.
it made me look at things differently. Like, oh, they just don't.
I'm not feeling it. You're not putting it in my face. We're cool. We don't have to have the same beliefs.
Well, that's why I've always said that there are certain things you don't talk with your friends about. Religion's one of them. Politics.
So after that, we said we were not
just avoid that
we talking
conversation.
about politics.
I would dip out on conversations.
I mean, we dipped out literally, but it was
We
like the
dipped
end of the
out
night. But he was
literally.
buying drinks. He was very sweet, and
They
then,
were really cool. Like, we had no problems with them. We told them they were cool, but we was just like, yeah.
it actually came up because he was blatantly like, "How do y'all feel about the vaccination? Are y'all anti?"
That's the other thing I don't talk about.
like-
why? Why are you bringing this up?
That's what he said.
Do not care. Do
And I
what you
was-
want to do, and let's move on.
I was like, now that I'm looking at your hat, is that T for Texas or Trump? And he was like, both. And then that's how the conversation got started.
You opened the shit out that door.
It just
He was
hurt.
like, "Oh, let me
But
talk
I ain't
about
gonna lie.
my-"
I ain't gonna lie. It dropped the mood completely.
Sure, I get
because
that. I get that.
Being part half Mexican, that shit
Yeah, no, I get that.
offended me. Like, it hurt my feelings that you could support this man that would have prevented your family, your mother and father, from coming over here. And we said that. She said that.
Yeah, and I will say.
And he was like, yeah.
I will say, and I can't believe I'm saying this on camera, not everything he did while he was in office was bad. Like,
that's most
yeah. And some of it might not even have been his decisions. You know, they just sign off. They still got to get voted. It starts here. Yeah. So not every outcome. Let me say not everything he did, but every outcome of him being in office was bad. But my personal opinion is just he's just not a good person, and he's only for himself.
Right.
Like, he don't even care about his own kind, his own people, and some of his own people are against him too.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
So
I just, like I said, I don't. With my friends, I don't really talk politics. But if I see you and you like openly like talking crazy or whatever, I just cut people off.
right.
I'd be like, hey,
Not for me.
I can't bend my morals for that, bro.
Right.
It's just I can't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
and we told them. I mean, we partied with them. Like, y'all are really cool. But this ain't.
Yeah, this wasn't for us.
This
And
ain't
luckily,
for
like
us.
she said, it was like we were saying, it was the end of the night. So no harm, no foul.
Because I was really considering moving to Texas after we went, because everything was just everybody was so nice, everything was so cool. And then when we talked to them, I was like, is this what everybody in Texas thinks, and this is why they vote this way?
You can't put everybody in that one.
But they're a red state.
It doesn't matter. Like, you still can't put everybody in that one bucket. And some people might have been
Yeah.
raised that way, but have their own beliefs.
But that just made me wonder, is this why they're a red state? Because maybe people are not considering, or they don't care.
No, I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with putting everybody in that.
No, I wouldn't
bucket.
put everybody in it, but it made me wonder, and I'm thinking, like, the people that we were thinking were, like, hanging out with, cool with, was thinking the same thing, and I'm like...
But I mean,
you
you stay in your blue state, and then you walk up the street and you get shot, and you're going to be like, damn, I should have moved to Texas.
You just gotta understand too that the thing about politics I don't like is it's become very gang warfare, very
Blue and red.
right. Like, you either blood, you crip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so a lot of people just vote Republican just because that's what they vote.
That's
they
what
don't
they
care.
told
they don't
us.
Care
They
who
told.
it is.
That's what
they
they.
just like, I'm rocking with that, and that's it.
That's what they told us.
I mean,
That's
I was
what they
raised
told us.
that way. I was raised to...
And that's why I've always said that we need to get rid of that part of our politics, because people got to start thinking for themselves and looking at what the actual issue are. Because
Exactly.
they see the color, and that's it.
Yeah.
Do the research.
I've
Figure out
never
what you
had no
actually
problems
believe in.
with Republicans until Trump.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was.
But you can't nix all Republicans because of Trump, though,
Right.
either.
And
No, I
don't
don't nix all Republicans. I don't nix all
She's
Republicans.
been very adamant that it's just him.
Yeah.
That's just him.
It's just him. Like, I've never. But if you can still vote for him.
Like, I was raised to vote Democrat down the board, but there's been certain situations in my adulthood where I'm like feeling like I gotta choose between the lesser evils,
Yep.
and I'm just like, maybe I'll skip this one.
I mean,
Because the outcome gonna be the outcome. Because I think most of it is kind of rigged anyway. Yeah.
Right?
So I'm just like, at least I feel like I gotta deal with the consequences of what happens and who's elected after, but I don't have to. It's my right to choose to vote which way and if I want to vote at all.
They tell you that, but then if you tell them that you didn't, they get real pissed off.
Right.
People are really weird.
Right.
They don't want you to do it, but they want you to do it.
I only get ticked off at the people that don't vote and then complain about the outcome.
Yeah.
But if you saying, like, listen, it is what it is, both of these people are trash, I'm not voting, and then you just live and adjust your life to whatever the new laws and stuff is, by all means.
Right.
But I'm like, I have a cousin that is a lesbian, and she wouldn't vote, and then she want to complain about all of the gay laws and stuff, like, but you didn't take time to go even try, whether it's rigged or not. Like, so to me, you don't have a right to complain about the outcome.
So the little votes. So a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people that I know only vote in the presidential elections.
Right.
However, the little elections do matter.
Those are the ones that actually.
Those are the ones that actually do
Local
matter for
elections.
your
Yes.
state.
Yes.
And then, like, for abortion, gay rights, all that, like, those are the ones that people do not vote for and do not realize that they're
See,
important.
and I didn't know that in my early 20s. Like, I didn't, it took a rap song about him rapping, and I'm like, this guy was phenomenal. I think I still have it in, like, an old Instagram page or something, but, like, I was like, oh, like, he was speaking such truth to that exact point, and it was just like, wow. Like, I would only, I was raised president, Democrat, like, no, they are actually like the last on the list. Like, you got to build up the Senate and all of that, the governors, the mayors, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, this is from experience, because I used to only vote for the president, but I learned, like, these little elections really do, like, so these laws or whatever that are affecting you, like, you really need to participate. But I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Yeah.
What's the first presidential election you voted for?
It might have been Obama. I don't even remember.
Which one was the one you were eligible to vote for? Nice try, mother. Hey, yo, dog. Knock it off.
No, I really don't know. Because it took me a while, too, to know.
What year was Clinton?
Clinton was 92, 96?
We weren't
So I
old
wasn't old enough for that. I was the one after.
Because, no, Bush was 2000. Bush was 2000, 2004. Obama was 08, 12.
So Bush, and who did Bush run against?
Bush ran against Al Gore and I don't remember.
That probably was the first one I was eligible for, but I don't recall actually voting for that one. So
she voted for Dwight D. Eisenhower.
So when I was younger, I didn't realize the power of voting.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
I don't remember.
No, I get that.
I definitely don't remember. I definitely acknowledge that. Like, I don't. But nowadays, like, I teach my kids, like, I'm like, we can do the.
you mentioned your younger sisters.
My
your
little
sisters.
sisters, I be telling them, like, let me know, like, we can do the in-home votes and we can do it together, like.
I agree.
Wow.
But these are the shit they don't teach you in
deep.
school.
It got deep fast.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like we all joking and we got real serious all of a sudden.
Let's lighten it up.
So we're at an hour and 8 right now. Will y'all do like some extra content with me after this?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna wrap here.
We already at an hour?
Yeah.
Hour 8.
Wow.
See, I told you it's very.
It will just take off and flow.
Yeah. So we'll do some extra content after the official episode.
Okay.
But,
That's going to be more explicit, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know.
No, I was just telling you to tell the viewers.
Yeah. So
put your kids to bed.
Here includes, we like to rate our wines, and we like to suggest, out of 5 glasses, if we would get it again. So for the Martha Shard, what would y'all get out of 5 glasses?
I would give it a 3.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3. I'm not into white wines, so I don't know, but I didn't have any problems with it. It was smooth.
Sure.
It was cool.
My rating could go up depending on the story that's behind it. After.
Okay, let me ask you this. I do allow for like half glasses, quarter glasses. So would you do anything higher or lower?
Half glass.
So 3.5? Okay. I'm probably like a 3.25 for me. I eat Chardonnays a lot. I think Chardonnays are probably my, Pinot Grigio. No, Riesling, Pinot Grigio. Chardonnays are my 3rd favorite white wine.
I feel like it was the cabs of the white wines.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It's cool. I think it's if I'm going to somebody's house and they have it, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll take a glass of that.
But you wouldn't make it
Right,
go out of your way to
I think I
buy
would go
yourself.
out of my way.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only thing at the store.
Mm-hmm.
What about Snoop Doggy Dogg's Cali Red, man? What would y'all get?
I like it so far.
I get like a 3.7. Like it was.
Okay.
It's a little harsher than some of the other cabs I've had.
Sure.
Even the smell.
Yeah.
It's like it looked like it's kind of smell like a little rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking for a good time, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like it very well, like half a bottle may give you a headache the next day.
14.1.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a little harsh,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
it doesn't taste.
It's smooth.
Okay.
I feel like it's a little harsh, but.
Oh, I thought it was smooth.
See, that's that different opinion stuff we like.
Yeah.
What did you give it out of 5, Lola?
I mean, yeah, like a 3. Like, it's not top tier. It was mid. It was definitely mid.
Your math is not mathing.
Your math is not bad.
What?
You said it was smooth and you only gave it a 3. You gave the white wine.
I
a
mean,
3.
because it's not like a nice wine.
So you had them both at the same.
I'm just saying it's not like we bought a nice wine. We just thought the 19 Crimes was fun, so we bought them. And they're cool.
But it's really on par with the Chardonnay that you had. It's equal. They're equal.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally said it was like the cabs of.
No, I'm good.
I did say it was the cabs of the white wine, so I guess your rating would be fair.
I just feel like these are not like nice wines.
Yeah,
they're decent wines, and I thought it was decent. Like it's
Okay.
smooth to me.
I'm not a big red guy normally. I can't remember what I gave it the first time I had this. I would say today, probably like a 3.75 for me. It's good. It's not as, to me, it's not as harsh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just noticed their faces are on the corks.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, who is
Oh,
staring
I didn't
at
know
me?
that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. Not
That's-
even from the
that's
first one that we
fine.
had. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would like to take at least one of those home with me. I got a little cork thing.
Oh, but your
My
value
fingers.
ones. And so I think they are. I think your middle finger went up by mistake.
Oh
And
no,
so,
I just had a little.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Anyway, I think it's cool. I think it's good, man. It's not as harsh. I don't think it's as harsh as you think, but I don't think it's as smooth as you think. It's like
Something
right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's something that I wouldn't mind getting again.
Right.
I guess as far as in regards to a red, right?
Right.
I don't drink
Like
reds
if you're
at all.
not trying to get nothing like super nice, it's cool.
Right, it's something like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, I got a red.
We just hanging
Yeah.
out.
Our next one, I'm buying like super expensive bottle with that one again, and then we can
Do a comparison.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We only did it because they had the little app.
Right. Y'all like fun shit.
We like
Y'all-
fun.
y'all-
We
y'all
like
that.
fun stuff, like
Yeah.
the little app, and you can.
Right.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for how the app works.
Yeah. I want to thank y'all for being my first Podsome.
Podsome. Pop the sherry.
Which is a pod with two guests. I've never done that before.
Hey,
And
we feel special.
It only makes sense that it's y'all too.
um,
If I haven't let y'all know, you guys are two of my best friends. I don't know how much y'all.
Me too.
I don't know how much y'all appreciate that or whatever.
I appreciate that
One,
because
one,
I didn't.
one of you definitely does. But I love y'all.
we love you too.
You know what I'm saying?
We love you.
Thank y'all for coming on. I know y'all were. Well, one of you was very nervous, and the other was, was cool with whatever. But yeah, man, I wanted to do this. I've been thinking about it for a while since season 1 when I started. And yeah, man, just I appreciate y'all.
It's a wrap.
We love
I
you.
appreciate y'all. At the end of the episodes, man, I let the guests either throw out their socials, which neither of y'all actually do anything with. So instead,
Social security number? I'm playing.
No.
I'm playing.
no.
Yeah, we hate social media. So,
Yeah,
you know.
y'all are really weird about that, which is really weird when I have to promote this.
Yeah.
Just make sure y'all tell y'all peoples. But give any closing remarks you want to give to the people. Anything. It could be wisdom. It could be something ridiculous. Any closing remarks you want to give to the people.
Man, just live your life, have fun, take care of your family. Like, life is short. Coming up on my mom's 2-year anniversary, lost to the COVID. Rest in peace, Mom. Just reading the news and stuff. Rest in peace. Haskins passed away. Like, it's a different time, and pandemic's still out there. Just be safe. Take care of each other.
Same.
I knew she was gonna say
Just
that.
try to be more open. Just try to understand people more. Like everybody's going through shit. Like everybody got their own pros and cons, their faults or whatever. Just try to be more accepting to an extent, to what you can deal with. But just
Indeed,
say
guys.
hi. What are yours?
Oh, I'm gonna give no closing remarks to my show. But do make sure you like and share the podcast, man, on your favorite streaming platforms. Give me a 5-star rating. Helps with the algorithms. Subscribe to the YouTube.
We didn't even talk about no dick jokes.
Again, that is for later.
It's a wrap.
That is.
Bye, everybody.
That is for later. Just make sure you follow the Clues Vino podcast, man. Go to braxtonbooks.com/books. I got books out there. Make sure you go buy those. Check out Two Tall Boys podcasts with me and Keen. We had some fun conversations over there as well. But most importantly, man, don't forget to drink up.
Drink
Cheers, guys.
up. Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
I got the juice, don't need no proof. 100 like the rum, I drink that got me over you. And all your nonsense, we all subject to. I found my lane and mind my business like I'm supposed to do. Let's have a toast for all the obstacles that gotta sit. I put my glass up in the air to stimulate the cheers. Not because we made it, but because we making it. I savor the moment, the bouquet forever evident. Yeah. In my realm, I watch the times go by. I got the world in my hands, but I can't tame the sky.